It was one of those Friday evenings I had reluctantly agreed to attend, the kind where social niceties reign supreme and small talk stretches endlessly. My wife, Emily, had insisted I join her at her friend's birthday party, promising it would be fun, a chance to meet new people. I tried to be optimistic, picturing laughter, light-hearted conversation, and maybe even a few quiet moments with her. But from the moment we walked in, I felt something was off, an invisible wall rising between us. Emily moved through the room effortlessly, laughing, sharing stories, engaging warmly with everyone she met. But not once did she look my way. Not once did she include me in a conversation or introduce me to anyone. I was physically present, yet entirely invisible. And the realization stung more than I expected. At first, I tried to justify it. Maybe she was just catching up with old friends. Maybe I was overthinking. I made small efforts to connect. Asked her about her day, complimented her outfit, joked lightly to draw her in. Each time, I was met with distracted nods or polite smiles that held no real warmth. It was like speaking to a stranger. The sting of exclusion grew sharper with every passing minute. I watched as she leaned in closer to other men, laughed at jokes I couldn't hear, and whispered stories to friends that left me on the outside looking in. It wasn't just neglect anymore. It felt deliberate, like a quiet performance meant to send a message. Every smile she gave someone else, every flicker of attention that skipped over me, spoke volumes. I didn't matter. Not tonight. I tried again to break through. I complimented her hair, asked what she thought of the music. She responded politely, but without connection, as if I were just another guest at someone else's party. Her husband in name only. Anger simmered beneath the surface. But I knew reacting would only play into whatever silent narrative she was weaving. So I held my composure. I decided I wouldn't let the night define me. After hours of being overlooked, I made a quiet decision. I thanked the host, smiled politely, and left, without making a scene. No shouting, no confrontation. Just calm, deliberate exit. Stepping into the cool night air, I felt something I hadn't felt all evening: relief. With each step away from that party, I felt myself reclaiming something that had been slowly slipping away: my dignity. I didn't check my phone right away. I walked, let the breeze clear my mind, let myself process. And in that stillness, something became clear. Leaving quietly wasn't cowardice. It was a declaration of self-respect. Later that night, a message from Emily appeared on my screen. My heart paused. I half expected an apology, or at least a conversation starter. But the text read, "So dramatic. You left without saying a word. Classic." My stomach sank, but almost instantly, a wave of clarity followed. Her words weren't just dismissive, they were revealing. She had expected a reaction. Drama. Conflict. Something to fuel her ego. But I hadn't given her that satisfaction. My silence had disrupted her narrative. Reading her message, I felt something unexpected: empowerment. She hadn't just ignored me. She had tried to provoke me, test me, see if I'd crumble. But by walking away, calmly and without a scene, I denied her that power. No begging. No yelling. No emotional fallout. Just quiet resolve. In the days that followed, I reflected deeply on our relationship. That night exposed cracks I could no longer ignore. I realized how essential respect and emotional presence are, and how dangerous it is when they're absent. What began as a quiet exit became a turning point. I had chosen dignity over humiliation. I had shown myself that boundaries matter, that my presence deserves recognition, and my voice deserves to be heard, even if it's only through silence. Emily's text told me everything I needed to know. She had underestimated me, assumed I'd play the same game. Instead, I walked away, and in doing so, I took back something far more powerful than pride. I reclaimed my self-worth. And in that moment, I learned something I won't forget. Sometimes, silence speaks louder than anger. And sometimes, the strongest thing you can do is walk away, with your head held high.